go to a restaurant. Let's go to a bar or something. Facebook. But everything else is bad about it. It really is bad. People hurt each other on Facebook.
It's true.
Well, it's what it is. It's abuse. It's like abuse of anything else. It's just an abuse of the system, abuse of Facebook. Not illegal abuse possibly, but it's just abuse of the idea.
It's, and this, I tell you, and believe it or not, this goes back to our theme for the best laid plans of mice and men. Mark Zuckerberg, when he discovered, invented Facebook, it was all for the right reasons, but people have twisted it and turned it to the point where you have to be very careful.
Very careful. Look, guys, I'm not in the room by myself now, but look, Facebook's so bad. My wife has access to my Facebook, and okay, I don't care, I'm not hiding anything. But then an old flame from 2 decades ago looked me up, and then my wife will say, "Who's this?" I'm like, why didn't do anything wrong? But yet, there'll be a huge fight, and they won't talk to me for days over it. I don't have, someone, is this you, Daniel? Is this you? Remember me? I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I've seen this girl in 20 years, and I'll get in trouble over it, and I didn't do anything.
There's a thing called trust, I guess, and...
Yeah, but I don't know, like maybe guys. Well, let you guys go. Unless you want to talk about something else. Want to talk about Syria, Israel? What do you want to talk about?
No, originally it was, as I said, the best laid plans of mice and men. When was it that you had plans and something happened at the last minute and the plans had to be canceled? How did that make you feel? We were supposed to have a guest speaker today. So when I came over tonight, and I mentioned to Felix, he said, she's sick. She won't be able to be on the show. And that's what we had planned. So I came up with this idea of, the best laid plans of mice and men. Good old John Steinbeck. When something happens you have to change your plans quickly. How does that make you feel?
Mark, all I can tell you is that I know that unfortunately, in life, people come in on your lives and they hurt you. Some people stick with you forever, and that's a bad one.
I have to tell you, this happened when I was a little kid. We lived in the projects in Brooklyn. Always lived in the projects. Never lived in a house. And
what happened with your parents? Your parents in projects?
Yeah, we were project people.
Not the same projects you're thinking of now.
What projects are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of the bad projects.
The bad projects. The way I know.
Let me tell you, the projects that I lived in now are bad projects, but for the most part. But then it was fine. It was all like, middle class working people, But the bottom line is, we always used to go on a building picnic. So from Brooklyn, we used to go out to Hempstead Lake State Park. That was our summer thing. Our building with many of the families, they all had young kids, Well, we got out to Hempstead Lake State Park, and it was pouring cats and dogs. There had to be 3 cars there that actually went, ours and 2 other cars. And, of course, the fathers discussed it, the parents discussed it, and they said, well, this is ridiculous. We're going home. So what my parents did was they moved the furniture in the living room. We spread out the blanket. My mother had made homemade southern fried chicken, the old-fashioned way, when you deep fry it. And she used to have a great recipe for potato salad, okay? And we had a picnic in our living room, and it was terrific. And it was family time, my dad worked 6 days a week, so that was the only day he was off. So we made do. I wonder what some people would do today. Well, I know they would probably just go to a movie and then have Chinese food or something to that effect. Go out to eat.
Well, you're right. That's what I do. I get McDonald's or Taco Bell or something. Somewhere. I grew up like you're saying. It was my family. It's 2 different things now these days. These kids I agree with you, Mark.
You know. But anyway, that's my contribution to the topic, Felix.
And mine is to say, I believe it's time to go.
I believe it is.
All right, guys. Have a
Daniel,
good night.
thank you again. Always a pleasure.
And it's always nice talking to you. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again. I hope we'll talk to you again anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get the show going on Wednesday. No guarantee, so just check it out just in case.
We're going to have a show Wednesday. Just remember, it's a very light show.
It's not like listening to us as you hear us now.
That's true. Hey, Felix, right now I'm doing good with my football team, Seattle.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're kicking ass. I'm sorry, can't tell the radio. They're winning.
They're winning, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
Right. 20-7, Seattle. 20-7. Looking
all
good.
Right. So you're gonna win the what do they call that?
The pool.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was another one of our regular callers, Dan.
So what do you say there, Felix?
Dan the man.
How do we end the show today?
Do
we... that's an opening, not a...
That's...
Yeah,
how do we end the show? Well, how about saying good night, Mark?
I guess that's a good one. Okay. Good night.
And don't forget, Wednesday, look for us. We might be broadcasting another broadcast of the
Rebellious Rev
and the Doc. And there may be a short broadcast, maybe a long broadcast. We don't know.
It depends really if anyone decides to call up, because it is very different from what we do on Monday and Friday.
And on Friday, we'll be back with another show. And what I'd really like to do is, for you people who listen to the show, email us and tell us what you'd like to discuss the following show.
I would always like to leave it up to our listeners, certainly, because then we get the most feedback.
You email us early enough, we will do a little research on what you want to talk so we can talk intelligently.
Wait a second. Don't lie to the people.
Okay, so we won't talk intelligently.
No, not
that.
We'll
listen to you
we'll
anyway.
talk intelligently. It's just the word research is not in our vocabulary.
Well, we'll listen to you anyway, and we'll take your word for it. You know what you're talking about.
Well, I would hope so. They're the ones bringing up the questions.
Exactly.
They certainly don't. I hope they don't expect us to answer their questions.
I don't know.
Well, wait. The Great Wizard of Oz, or the Great Karnak the Magnificent, Johnny Carson. A name from the past. All right, folks. This is Dr. Mark.
And this is Felix saying, have a good night.
And we look forward to meeting with you again, 9 o'clock in a few days.
God bless.
And good night.
Save, as they say, good night. No. We're not off the air yet, Mark. You can't be doing things like that. You got to wait till... The technician
I'm telling the whole world here. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the technician gives you the sign off.
Well, wait a minute. I might be 65, but I mean, I'm not wearing my Depends undergarments today, Felix.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Can I go? I'm like the little student raising his hand in class. Can I go now?
Yes.
I may go now. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Thank you.